Hey guys, so in this video, let's talk about what stocks are you supposed to sell, or are you even supposed to take profits? What are you supposed to do if your stocks are up? And truthfully, so I got so many questions from all of you asking those questions because we've seen the market go up massively over the past few days and weeks. And I know some of you are enjoying sitting on top of gains. Some were red before but now are green. And some who are green are even experiencing higher amounts of gain. And that being said, uh, emotions of optimism or excitement are kicking in. And also in the same time, fear of not or selling too quick. And as you sell too quick, the fear of that might prevent you from getting more gains. And in the same way, on the flip side, getting more, or as you start to earn more, also it it causes some people also to buy even at a higher price. So for this video, I want to address that. Let's talk about how are you supposed to sell. But I really wanted to do it. I really wanted to create value for all of you. But two things happened. My Lola passed away, and also the house where my parents live, their neighborhood, at least their two neighbors, nasunugan sila. Just to update all of you also naman, they're safe. Hindi umabot sa kanila yung fire. Here's a video on my first channel that I think it's one of the best videos that I created about selling. Pero walang nanood. Di ko alam bakit walang nanood sa inyo. So I just wanted to show it here for this channel because I really believe it's something that's beneficial for all of you. So there, I hope you enjoy this video.
The reason why I'm making this video is I want to address what are you supposed to do when your stocks are up. So baliktad naman siya from the video that I did last March. Last March, when the market was massively down, I made a video talking about what are you supposed to do when the market is down. Diba? Ngayon, and please remember, it's totally the same. Why? Because when it's down, your emotions are also tugging you. Two emotions, greed, fear. Why? When it's down, the emotion of fear will tug you that benta mo na yan kasi bababa pa siya lalo. Or the emotion of greed will also tug you that okay na yan, pwede nang pumasok. In the same way, when it's up, you buy at 1, it's at 3.2, you're massively up. Your emotions will also tug you. The fear that pag hindi mo to binenta, baka bumalik siya sa 2 pesos. Pag hindi mo to binenta, baka bumalik pa siya lower lalo. Or your greed will also tug you that benta mo na yan kasi ayaw mo muna benta kasi akit pa yan ng 5, 10 pa yan, it's gonna do that pa. In context, totoo naman, tama naman, it's okay to have a gain. However, huwag mo muna habulin kumita. Habulin mo muna i-build yung skill mo tsaka yung process. Why? Because if you buy at 1, sell at 3.2, you make money, that's true. But if you sell because of your emotions, then you're not actually winning. Because you're not building a strategy, you're not building a technique. Oh, kumita ka ngayon, paano yung 99 other trades that you will make? Paano yung 999 trades that you will make from now up until you hit 80, 90 years old? Because please remember this, the stock market is something that you can do kahit matanda ka. Been doing this for a decade and I'm not stopping because lalo na that you can do it with this. You can do it anytime, anywhere, and the longer you are, the skills will just be there. So, I hope that for those that own the stock right now and you're up, that this video will help you, that this is something that will add value to you, that this is something that will make you grow your portfolio over the long term. And I want to say this also, this is not just for Merrimart, this is for some stocks that are up today, or some other stocks that may be up in the future. Because please remember, when people say that opportunities only happen once, that's not true. Opportunities will always come. It's cyclical. So meaning, kung di ka nakasakay ngayon, guess what? Later on, you will have your time in the sun. And when your skill is there, that opportunity will be something that will help you make money. And now, I divided this stock into 3 major points so that I hope that while you're doing this, that you take notes, but we will have graphics coming out to make this a better experience for all of you. So, I'm gonna proceed to step number 1. If you guys are ready, comment, I'm ready. Comment, I'm excited. Pusuan nyo, i-like itong video na to. Tip number 1, when your stocks are up, very, very important. It's highly connected to what I mentioned about fear and greed. You have to pause. And you have to take a step back. If kailangan nyo mag-log out kayo. If kailangan nyo di makita yung price nyo, lumabas kayo. Kasi ang dali magpindot ng sell eh. Ang dali maglagay ng password, ang dali mag-enter. And later on, baka magsisi kayo. You have to pause and take a step back so that you do not react quickly. Remember, the name of the game is for you not to respond to your emotions. And I've seen a lot of people lose a lot of upside because they sold too fast. And I'm saying that also from experience that 15% na, 20% na, 50% na, sell na natin kasi pera na baka maging bato pa. But what I want to espouse to you is if you are selling out of the fear or out of greed, then you're not building a technique, you're not building a process. You're just selling because natakot ka. I want to tell you that I've seen stocks that I sold only to see it go up, double and triple also. So sayang. When I did a root cause analysis, one of the things that caused me to make that mistake was I didn't pause. I reacted too quickly, and as I reacted too quickly, my emotions got the better of me. So kung kailangan nyo mag-log out, kung kailangan nyo yung wife nyo, yung spouse nyo, your whoever is accountable to you can pull you out of that situation first, do it. Say do it. Comment below, do it. When I say pause, by the way, it doesn't mean you're not gonna do anything. It just means you're not gonna trade. When I say pause and take a step back, you take a step back to revisit your plan and ask yourself, is this really for trading or is this for investing? Is this really for something that I want to sell because of the volatility or I want to sell because may nagbago sa business? And a lot of people dito nagkakamali, no? They would always come in as an investor pero nakatikim ng kita nagiging trader. Don't do that. Do not change the rules in the middle of the game. I repeat, do not change the rules in the middle of the game. You have to follow what your plan is. People always say, naipit kaya naging investor, dating trader, naipit, naging investor. Comment below if naramdaman mo yun. Comment below if you've ever heard that. Guess what? If you are a trader, take out the loss and be a trader. Do not change the rules in the middle of the game. Pero if you're an investor, di mo kailangan matakot. Part ng game also pag investor ka, there will be days na red talaga. There will be days also that you will get hit, that you just have to hold on to it. But that's part of it. And that's how it will mainly go. Now, as you take a pause, and as you start revisiting your plan, you always ask yourself, as what I mentioned, trading ba yan or investing? Now, as you start checking trading ba yan or investing, tip number 3, you revisit. What are your rules for selling? What are your parameters for selling? What are the things that will trigger you to make the sale? That's why anytime you try to make a trade, you need to build the rules, the framework, the parameters for you to be able to make the trade. Meaning, bago mo pa lang siya bibilhin, alam mo na kung ano yung mga kondisyon kung bakit mo siya ibibenta later on. Kasi if that's not laid out, if that's not written, if that's something that's not defined, dadating yung point later on na up ka na, it's not defined, you will be tempted, you will sell. And again, when you sell out of your emotions, you will lose because it does not build skill. Please remember this. Investing in the stock market can make you money. It's true. It can also allow you that, okay, binili ko to, kita ko to, gagamitin ko. But if you're after that, okay lang. But if you're after wealth that you can build over time, you're not just after a quick buck, you're not just after earning pa konti-konti, but you want something that it's wealth that you can pass on to the next generation. You have to build a skill. You have to grow what you know. So you have to build your rules for buying and selling. I repeat, you have to build your rules for buying and selling. And as you start building those rules for buying and selling, before you make the trade, dapat naka-define na yun. Because, again, you don't know what's gonna happen eh. What if suddenly it goes up? Di nakaka-emotional yun. Or, what's worse is, what if suddenly it goes down? Now, what should be your rules for selling? If you're investing, you could have parameters that have been defined. Meaning, yung parameters na yun, pag natamaan any of those conditions, by all means, sell. By all means, take profits. By all means, get out. It doesn't matter if it's 5%, it doesn't matter if it's 10%, it doesn't matter if it's 1,000%. If those parameters are hit, you get out. So it can be a combination of it, or it could just be one thing. For example, for those who attended our session, some of these are fundamentals that if you're in it because you like the dividend yield or you like the dividends, if any of those dividends will change, sell. Or if something that's very, very important to you, its level of debt, and you start looking at ratios connected to its debt, it does not satisfy you anymore, sell. Or if you're looking at their income, did they lose money? Are they losing money? Is there an expectation for decline? If that also got hit, sell. Regardless if it's 50%, 100%. Or just to double down on Merrimart, did it come to a point where they did not hit their targets? They committed to have this much, and this much probably would give them this income, but they did not get it. Since they did not hit their targets, they did not get this, and the conditions that you bought it was because they will hit this number of stores at this number of years, and di nila nakuha yun. That could be a trigger for you to sell. I hope you're getting what I'm saying. I hope this is something that's helping you. Comment below if this is helping. Or another parameter is they are expensive. If you think, expensive na yata to. This is something that I cannot anymore tolerate based on whatever ratios you're using, based on if you're using you targeted, you computed for its fair value, or you computed for a price to be used, its price to book, or use its price to earnings. Regardless of what methodology you're using, if you think it's expensive already, that could be a trigger to sell. Now, you can pick one, or you can pick a combination of all of this. Now, if you're trading naman, you have to drill in further. This is something that works for me. It doesn't mean that it will work for you, but I divide my trading into quick trading and position trading. Now, if you are quick trading, you just have to ask yourself, did the stock fail to break the resistance? If it failed to break the resistance already, that's our sell signal. You could sell, you could take profits, nothing wrong with that. It does not mean na mabibenta mo siya sa peak. It's a fallacy, it's a misconception that you should always sell at the peak if you're a good trader. That's not true. You don't have to sell at the peak. You only have to sell when it hits the resistance. Or if your stock is up, of course, may mga bagong support levels yan. Meaning, if those support levels have been broken also, that could be a trigger for you to sell and take profits. When I say support levels, yung support levels, as it starts to break out, as it starts to go higher, new support levels will be formed. And when those support levels get broken, sell, take profits. That could be a trigger for you. So I repeat, if it fails to break the resistance, even if you're just up 5%, sell. If it fails to break the resistance and you're up 1,000%, sell. If the support does not hold, sell. Now, if you're position trading, as you all know, position traders, they follow the trend. Position traders, their main goal is to follow where the direction of the market is. So if there's a significant reversal, sell. That's just basically it. Pero, here's what I want to submit to all of you. What if hindi pa naman siya nagre-reverse? What if up ka na 100%, up ka na 200%, pero wala naman nangyayari. Hindi siya nagre-reverse downward. It's not going anywhere. It doesn't look like it's going anywhere. It doesn't look like may shot siya of where it's going. Even if you're up and it's not yet reversing, do not sell. Especially if you're a position trader. Sayang eh. If you see something that's up 100%, pero umaakyat pa naman siya, what's stopping it from going to 200, 300, 400, 500%? The only time you sell is when you see from the charts that from an uptrend, it's now reversing into a new trend. It could be something that's turning sideways, consolidating, or it's something that's going down, and that's the only time you sell. And sometimes it takes days, weeks, months for it to unfold. So, anong gagawin mo? If you notice it, one of the most important and underlying features to make money in the market, it's not just your skill in planning, it's not just your skill in making parameters, it's not just your skill in knowing the rudiments, the nuances of technicals and fundamental analysis. It's also you exercising discipline. It's also you na kung wala naman talagang sell signal, you pause, you take a step back. Kung di mo kailangan mag-login, huwag ka mag-login. And that's so important. I cannot stress that enough, that the biggest way people lose money in the markets is when they basically sell and nainip sila, they become impatient. Hindi pa naman natamaan yung rules mo to sell. Why will you sell? And that's what I want to tell you. I hope this is helping you. I hope this is something that's giving value to you. So we covered, these are the things you look at for investing. These are the things you look at for quick trading. These are the things that you look at for position trading. I'll repeat it again. I'm saying this from my personal life. It would be sad if you sell only to see it move up massively higher. And if you notice, I placed a very, very large preference on you revisiting your plan and your rules for trading, because it's very, very important that you lay out the rules first before you make the trade, so that no matter what happens, you will be able and you will be okay because your conditions have been mapped out regardless if it's good or bad. I repeat, the reason why you want to do this is so that the conditions are already mapped out regardless of what would happen. I'm saying this out of experience that if you're feeling uneasy right now, kasi you've seen your stock move up and you're scared that you might lose out based on you not selling, and your emotions are tugging you and pulling you. One analysis from my end, and I've seen over hundreds of people come to me. People with millions in their portfolios, people with just 10,000 pesos, people with just 100,000 pesos in their portfolios. The reason why you're uneasy, you are exposing yourself to an amount of money that should not be in there. You're putting an amount of money that, because you're so optimistic that if it goes up, you will earn massively more. But that's not what you can tolerate as of this point in time. That's not something that if it goes down, you can feel easy with. So my suggestion for your next trades, every time you feel uneasy, babaan nyo muna. So for example, you have ₱1,000,000 in the market, and that ₱1,000,000 is position, tapos kinakabahan ka, up siya, pero you're thinking that, sayang naman, 1.1 na siya, baka bumalik siya maging 900,000 or baka maging 1,050,000 na lang and I might lose out on that upside. Every time you feel uneasy, every time you feel na nakakaba siya, reduce it. Reduce the amount to an amount that you're comfortable with, to an amount that kahit up siya, hindi ka kinakabahan, to an amount on the opposite also, na kung down siya, hindi ka rin kinakabahan. People always equate na yung kaba only happens when the stock is down. No. It also happens when it's up. Comment below if you're realizing this now, that when you see your stock up, nakakaba din siya because the fear of you not making more money than you should will also kick in. And I'd like to say this, that the stock market, regardless if you're trading or investing, is an asset. It's an investment. What does that mean? Please remember that investments should add to your life, not take from you. What do I mean by that? If it takes away sleep from you, then it's not worth it. If it takes away peace of mind from you, then it's not worth it. Kung lagi kayo nag-aaway ng mag-asawa because of it, then it's not worth it. Better lower that amount so that you can sleep well at night. Better lower that amount so that di kayo mag-away mag-asawa, lalo na kung mother-in-law, di ba? Comment below if nakaka-relate kayo sa mother-in-law story. But comment below also if something that makes you uneasy. No amount of money is worth losing sleep over. No amount of money is worth you losing peace of mind. It's not worth it. Because guess what? That's why this channel, no matter how much I love the stock market and I want as much Filipinos to invest in the stock market, to invest, I realize that it may not be for everyone, that there will be certain people that hindi para sa kanila yung stock market, and that's why there are other investments, that's why there are other things where you can put your money into, and that's why I keep saying in all of the videos, try this, and this. And if you're better in entrepreneurship than the stock market, double down on your business, double down on creating something by the works of your hands. But if you see that you're making more in the stock market, then you double down in the stock market, then you put as much of it there. So just to recount what I said: number one, pause, take a step back. Number two, revisit your plan. Is it really for trading or investing? And as you start to revisit it, what should be your rules for selling, regardless if you're a quick trader, a position trader, or an investor?
So I'll just end it there na lang. That was more of the inspiring part already of it. But if there's one thing that I'll just end it, no. If you're an investor, very very important. If you're, by the way, natatawa ako sa mga jokes doon sa video na, but comment below if you did. Comment below if you're just following this channel and hindi nyo pa na-experience yung first channel also. It's just all there. Put the link in the description. But to just summarize it and put everything to a close, number one, if you're an investor, fundamentals will dictate your selling. If you're a trader, technicals will dictate also your selling, meaning reversal of trend, breakdown from support, failure to break resistance, or for investing, fundamentals have changed or the valuations have changed. If you like this format, let me know. I'm just doing this now because I really wasn't able to do stuff because of the things that have happened. But I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are okay, and I hope you guys still get something from this, and I hope that this adds massive value to all of you. So if you appreciated this video and you stayed up until the 20-minute mark, comment I stayed up until the end, then hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, because it really really helps this video be pushed up by YouTube. Comment algo just for the algorithm. And also, if you're new to this, you want more of this, like, share, subscribe, so you get updated every time I come up with new videos about investing and about the market. So that's it for now. Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you